You see, you have to think again and again. Deep sleep. When in deep sleep, no worries, no blame, no complaint, no reaction, no anger, no stress. We are also not aware of the body and the mind. So it means in deep sleep, we almost go beyond the body and the mind. So when we do not know the body and the mind, there is a sense of the joy, calmness, and relaxation. As if you can say that we have transcended the body and the mind. Only problem is that we don't know. We cannot know the sleep consciously. If I know the sleep consciously, it means I am in a waking state. But the moment we return to the waking state, then I am the body, then I am the mind. Body mind returns. And when this body and mind returns, say for example, just think, you're just in a waking state, maintain your awareness, you look at your honey. So what happens? The moment your mind says honey, it is identification with the body. I'm the body, then I'm the man or woman, and here is the honey. Identification begins in the waking state. Or honey, or sibling, or parents, or children, or my house. Because if I'm not the body, I cannot recognize I am the house. So, in a waking state, body and the mind, first identification takes place, and then I know the entire world outside. Then I relate myself. Now it's okay. Identification in the transactional world is okay. Definitely, it is okay because you can say it is okay. But then there is another problem that comes with the body identification. Once I have the body and the mind identification, it creates a false individual, false identity. Who I am? I'm Girish. Girish is the name and the form. So instantly, the moment I look at myself, I'm an individual, I am doing this, and then lot of thoughts starts popping up. So how we can categorize those thoughts to understand the problems of identification at the purely physical body level? When we identify I am the body, then only I have a fear of birth and the death. Fear of birth, death, fear of old age. Huh? Like mine, fear of big eye bags. It is pertaining to the body. Huh? It is pertaining to the body. You see that? Or beard. So, at the physical body level, that fear of the birth, death, growth, old age continues with me in the waking state. That adds up a lot of stress. How it adds up? If I'm extremely attached to the body, identify with the body. Now, the second level, look at the genius of our masters. More than 4,000 years ago. So, just inside the body, we have a breath, prana, life force. Life force is the energy. So when we have lack of energy, we feel hunger and thirst. So there is also a fear of hunger and thirst. So my mind pushes me back, continue to make lot of effort until earn lot of money, My expectations are not met. So there is an inner frustration causes. You see, first physical level, fear of birth and the death. Second level, the mind says hunger and thirst. Third level, the mind. At the mental level, we have pain and pleasure. We experience everything in the mental level, emotional level. So there is a pain and the pleasure. How our masters have categorized this. So at the mental level, we have pain and the pleasure. So no, no, I should escape this event. I should not do this. I will have a pain. Definitely, we all have at the subconscious level. You see, only one body identification, we have lot of challenges. Now at the intellect level, in the intellect creates an I thought. So at the level of the intellect, we have strong likes and dislikes. So you see, now look at the pairs of the problem. At the physical level, fear of birth and the death and the growth in the old age. At the level of energy, we have hunger and thirst. At the level of the mind, we have pain and pleasure. At the level of the intellect, we have strong likes and dislikes. You see, it's so simple to observe. If a person you hate and he comes in front of you, what happens to your mind? So these four pairs are constantly interconnected to one another and constantly working at the subconscious level. And it creates millions of thoughts, feelings, and emotions. That is what we call we are an individual. So this is a false I. We have to transcend that. So one of the best way is to you transcend the body and you get rid of all these problems. But it demands a regular practice. Now, after the four pairs, it means I have a level of ignorance. I don't know who am I. But my false I says, I know who am I. You hurt me. I know that I'm a hurt guy. You look at it. Somebody is talking, old age has lot of problem. And suppose you are old. Everyone is young here except me. So you overheard it. Old age has a problem. So your mind now reminds, this thing happened to me. I have to take care. It is happening all because of identification. So that is ignorance. There is a struggle between the false I and the real I. Real I hides itself because over the false I. When we live in ignorance, delusion, and we continue to move into this world outside. So ignorance causes the delusion, and delusion causes the impure states of the mind. And those impure states of the mind, what is the impure? Fear of birth and death, fear of hunger and thirst, uh, fear of pain and pleasure, fear of strong likes and dislikes. They multiply constant every day. They multiply. We are not aware. They are nothing but the waves in an ocean. Now, what is our life? Our entire life in the waking state passes from these four pairs. I have a pleasure, and then I have a fear of losing the pleasure, pain takes over, fear of birth. So these waves continuously. Have you taken the ECG of your heart? So you see that waves, they are constantly in my subconscious level, constantly. Even now, when I'm talking, you may have certain subconscious thoughts. So my master used to say, pay attention. It's a very good metaphor. So my master used to say, you get waves, comes, goes, wave, comes. Pain comes, goes. Then pain is replaced by pleasure. Birth is replaced by the death. And likes is replaced by the dislike. It means what? I like you and I dislike other. So like dislike. So we are only aware of the temporary experiences in the form of the waves, and it is constantly being replaced by the pairs of opposites. My master used to say, look at this, our plight. There is no time when the thought belonging to these pairs comes down so that we can know the permanent nature of the wave, that is water. I don't know even what is permanent. Water is permanent. Waves are temporary. So that results, that is what our modern science talks at a very surface level. They say psychosomatic disorders, or they say SID, stress induced disorders. 90% of our modern day illnesses belongs to SID. 90% accounts for. Now see, nature, even the nature constantly moves me into the temporary states. The waking dies, sleep dies, waking dies, dream comes. But I'm not able to find out what is that permanent on which the sleep, waking, and dream states are located. Anything and everything. No, no, I don't feel cold, Just can you switch on this, lower down this? You see, every day, in everything. Oh, this food is tasty. Oh, it doesn't look tasty. I don't eat this. I eat. You see, waves, constant temporary waves of thoughts, feeling, and emotions pertaining to these four pairs. That is what we call we are an individual, we are living a life, but we are not living a life. What a deeper insight our masters have given. Now, another insight. That is why we have started doing the practice. And John, you will definitely be benefited if you are doing it regularly. Now, another deep insight. Our master says that nature puts me into sleep. And then we think a lot about the sleep state. It is a curse and it is a boon. Why it is a curse? Because I am not conscious of the sleep, so that I should have discovered how to transcend the body and the mind in times of the stress, and we will instantly be free. So it is a curse because I cannot know, uh, I cannot recognize the state of the sleep, because the moment I become conscious, I'm in a waking state. Or you can simply say the sleep state does not know the waking and the dream state. Waking state does not know the sleep and the dream state. You see that? As if they are far apart in only one individual. We don't know. Can you say in a dream state that, okay, I'm awake and I'm watching your dream? No. Can you say in a waking state, I have left aside the sleeping state for a while because I'm listening to you? No, you cannot say. I don't know. The waking state does not know the sleep state, and etc. But why it is a boon? So we have reached to a state of understanding that sleep transcends the body and the mind. So when it transcends the body mind and also the body mind identification, all the four pairs are not experienced in a deep sleep. Do you experience in a deep sleep that my honey gave me lot of stress? No. In deep sleep, there is nothing. No blame, no complaint, no reaction, no anger, no hesitation, no worries at all. That is why it is a boon. Who does it? Nature. We are under the control of the nature. Have you found anyone until today who can declare that my waking state remains 24 by 7, sleep state remains 24 by 7, dream state, I live in dream state forever? No, nature is operating. So why it is a boon? So I recognized that it is transcending the body-mind identification. And if I consciously transcend body and the mind through these practices, what will happen? That is why it is a boon. You're angry and upset. What happens? You continues to remain angry and upset. Your heart rate goes up, pulse rate goes up. You have a red face. And at that moment, you transcend the body and the mind. What will happen? It's so simple to understand. It's not a big deal. Can I live in? So that is why I said almost 6 or 7 practices. Keep these audio files safe. And if you do one practice and you succeed, just do it for 7 days. And or just an experiment. 2 days practice, you do it. And you find that, oh, am not I have not reached to that state. Pick up the previous practice, find out that state. If you reach to that state, then stick to that practice for 7 days and understand each and every part so that you can do it by yourself. So when you succeed in doing by yourself, then what will happen? What will happen? You are upset, the stress is building up, do the practice. Now you have practice as a pill. So it's a long shot that you remember and you do the practice regularly. It is definitely going to help you. I have a couple of papers, it is gone almost 30 years back. When I was working in a research organization in India, I have got about 10 research papers published that how these practices helps minimize the impact of illnesses, specifically the heart problems, anxiety, and depression. But one has to commit to oneself. It will definitely help. So that is what the practice is, and it is so simple. Let us start with start over. Practice. Eyes are closed. Eyes are gently closed. Gently means what? You do not squeeze your eyelids. Find out the most comfortable place, position, and posture. First, look at the space where you are sitting with eyes closed. Now think of a sleep state. In the sleep state, majority of the people also eyes are closed by the nature. In sleep, you see that eyes are closed by nature. Why? Bye bye to the world outside. By closing the eyes, can you say bye bye to the world? No, because mind says, I feel the temperature, I feel the sensation in the body, I feel the noise, or maybe I feel the horns of those fire station. You see, because mind is so. At least symbolically, we mean closing the eyes that we do not accept any object of these sense organs. Then become aware of the space all around your body. Why? Because we bring the mind closer, not wandering into the world. So you just start looking all around, 1 foot space, 1 foot from the skin of your body all around, from the top of the head, as if you have a cylindrical space in which your body is placed. Cylindrical space. Just imagine. And why? Because we don't want the mind should start jumping around different objects, people, and things. Then you look at the position of the body. Look at from the top of the head to the toes. Position of the body, I mean to say that do you find any unease in any part of the body? It is caused by the mind. All these four pairs. So we release that unease and then we find the final posture. And in that posture, we change the direction of the mind consciously. Mind is in the waking state, 99% of the people, their mind is constantly uh, running into the world. So now what we say, we change the direction. We say, look at the neck joint. You see the opposite to the word. Why knowledge is important. When you do not understand and you simply look at the joint, then the mind habitually wanders outside and still you are looking at the joint. It will not work. So look at when you look at the joint, neck joint, you move inside and experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness there, which is a testimony that you have changed the direction of the mind. I believe you're clear. Now, looking at the shoulder joints, your mind moves there on the skin, then you look inside, you stay there and experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Maybe any two or three joints is enough. Look at the entire body, all the joints, neck joints, shoulders, elbows. Instantly, your mind starts moving naturally inside. Elbows, wrist, vertebrae, hip joint, knees, ankles, and the toes. So, wherever you move the mind, you start experiencing some sensation. If you are not feeling, you will feel it by regular practice. So that sensation, comfort, and steadiness is a testimony. What is that testimony? That you have changed the direction of the mind from the world outside, where it is scattered in millions of directions, to inside. then we will become carefree in the next step. I gave you many examples of being carefree. You're just outside your home and there is a storm and you are carefree. How come? You rush inside your home, close the door. You don't produce and create the calmness inside the home. It is already there. But the storm remains outside. So, how the storm comes? By these four pairs of the thought, feeling, and emotions in the mind. But deeper into the mind, that is not at all disturbed. So that we equate like a space. So look inside the forehead in the space of the sky. Like the sky remains untouched if the millions of the birds are flying there. And these birds are equated to the thoughts of these four pairs. They account for millions and millions of the thoughts and emotions and feeling and impressions. So what happens? That deeper layer of the mind, which looks like the sky, is not at all affected, dictated by these thoughts. So now understanding. A question arises, should I control these thoughts? No, not at all. You just see, feel these thoughts, feeling and emotions, they rise and they fall like the birds flying in the sky, which remains untouched. Just see. So by knowledge, by awareness, you feel that separation. This is the being carefree. Now we return to the physical body, and because I told you, now we begin with the real steps of transcending the body. Because when you transcend the body, you also transcend the mind. How come? Body is the servant of the mind. Mind cannot act without the body. Instrument. Body is the instrument of the mind. So move the mind on the skin of the head and the neck. Be there and experience sensation all around the head and the neck, awareness, relaxation, and stillness. Now, these sensations may be tingling, maybe numbness, maybe you be with it. Don't get worried about it. Moving the mind on the right arm from the shoulder down to the fingertips as if your awareness is covering like a cylinder all around the right arm. And you experience sensation, awareness, relaxation, and stillness. Now, what is going to happen that I didn't tell you? When you are doing these practices regularly without fail for about 2 to 3 months, morning and evening, and during the day, whenever, if you have the time, you may experience jerks in the body, maybe jerk in the arm or in the ribs. You may feel the jerk in the belly or in the legs. What should we do? We do nothing. It's a release of your mental impressions. We need not to worry about it. We continue to stay in the practice The mind moves on the left arm from the shoulder to the fingertips. What did I say? I told that just see that you are as if the awareness, like a cylinder, is covering the left arm. Or I can use another phrase as if the mind is touching the skin of the left arm. And you experience sensation, awareness, relaxation, and stillness. And I already told you that you may feel little jerks. Sometimes you may feel a jerk in the fingers or the hand as if some unknown force lifted your hand and brought it and forced it again down. It will happen many a times until the release of those impressions takes place. Move the mind on the middle portion of the body as if the mind is touching the skin of the shoulders and then the rib cage and the belly and the waist. On the back, the spine and the vertebrae until the waist. The middle portion of the body is covered by the space of awareness, and you experience sensation, awareness, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the right leg in the same fashion and experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Left leg, sensation, relaxation, awareness, and stillness. The mind moves in the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. Sensation, awareness, relaxation, and stillness. In that experience, we go little deeper. How to transcend the body? When you divide this body into major parts, we lose the body identification. The body goes into very deeper state of calmness and relaxation. It gives you an experience of tingling, numbness, freezing, etc. So what we do here, I will name the part of the body. You say mentally sensation, awareness, relaxation, and stillness. The right side of the body will go. The right hand thumb, you remember you say it mentally, looking at the right hand thumb, sensation, awareness, relaxation, and stillness. Second finger, third, fourth, fifth, right palm, right hand wrist. You're saying mentally. Lower arm from the wrist to the right elbow, right elbow from the elbow to the shoulder, the upper arm, right shoulder. You keep on saying it on the first time, second time, third time you may not have an experience, but by regular practice you can awaken very pleasing sensation. The right side of the rib cage and the chest, right side of the belly, right side of the waist, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right calf, right ankle, right heel, right toes, right big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now move your mind the way you picked up these parts of the right side of the body on the entire right side of the body. Your mind starts moving from the right hand thumb to all the fingers in the palm, in the wrist, in the lower arm, the upper arm, shoulder on the right side, and it goes to the toes. Experience sensation, relaxation, calmness, and stillness. Now the left hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth, left palm, left hand wrist, lower arm from the wrist to the elbow, left elbow, upper arm from elbow to shoulder, left shoulder, left side of the rib cage and the chest, left side of the belly, left side of the waist, left thigh, left knee, left calf, left ankle, left heel, sole, left big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. Move the mind on the entire left side of the body. From the left hand thumb, go to the toes. And experience relaxation, calmness, and stillness. Now the back of the body, the back of the head, back of the neck, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, spine from the neck bone to the tailbone, waist, right hip, left hip, back of the right thigh, back of the left thigh, back of the right knee, back of the left knee, right calf, left calf, right heel, left heel, the entire back of the body. Experience the entire back of the body, relaxation, calmness, and stillness. Now the front of the body, the top center of the head, forehead, the right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, nose, upper lip, lower lip, chin, throat, neck, both the ribs, the entire rib cage is the front of the body. So the entire belly, right thigh, left thigh, right knee, left knee, because the calves are the back part of the body, so we don't count here in the front of the body. Right toes, left toes, the entire front of the body, from the top of the head to the toes. Experience relaxation, calmness, and stillness. Now explore where the back of the body touches the ground, or I would say, so if you are sitting, then you have to find out the touching points between the part of the body, between the parts of the body, and say, for example, hips or butts with the cloth or cushion, whatever it is, or the ground. You just become aware of that. Become aware of the meeting points between the body and wherever you are sitting. Can become aware of the meeting points, or I would say sensations of air or the space with the body all around. Why we say that? You will start feeling sensations deeper. Now, just move the mind on the right side of the body. When you move, say, feeling of heaviness or lightness. Just examine. Feeling of tingling or numbness. Feeling of cold or warmth. That will separate from the left side of the body. Now move the mind on the left side of the body. Examine and explore. Do you feel heaviness or lightness, tingling or numbness, cold or the warmth? How do you know you have a fever? Do you see the temperature, heat? How do you feel you are cold or you're feeling cold or what? Now move the mind on the back of the body, and on the back of the body, when you move on the back of the body, just experience again, explore heaviness or lightness, tingling or numbness, feeling of cold or the warmth. Now, if you find the meeting points of the body with the earth or the ground or the bed, whatever it is, wherever you are, if you exactly pinpoint, you will experience extreme lightness in the body, as if body is rising up or sometimes sinking into the ground. Move the mind on the front of the body, from the top of the head to the toes. So, what is going to happen here? You will experience same thing. Just explore feeling of a heaviness or lightness, tingling or numbness, cold and the warmth. Now, if you can Experience the space with the air feeling with the skin of the front of the body. You may experience as if the body is sinking. When you find the meeting points between the back of the body, you feel rising up. And here you feel sinking. You experience how much the body is heavy. The entire body, from the top of the head to the toes, all the four sides of the body, and explore the sensation of heaviness and lightness, cold and the warmth, tingling and the numbness. In that state, look at the body as if you are looking at a distance. Look at the body as if you are looking the body at a distance. That is what we do. Oh, here is my phone, here is my house, here is my car. So we find a kind of separation, a distance. And the moment you experience that separation, we achieve the success. And if you can maintain that awareness, we can transcend the body. Or just keep that understanding I'm separate from the body. At it, body is lying, body is sitting, or in the position it is. But that I am is at a distance looking at the body. I'm separate from the body. The way I'm not, it is my phone, I am not phone. My house, I am not my house. So it is my body, I am not the body. So you are saying it, I am not the body, and you are aware of it. Or just be aware of your phone and you know there is a distance, I am not the phone, or become aware of house, I am not the home, or aware of any article, and then bring back your awareness on the body. Oh, I'm also looking at this body at a distance, I'm not the body, and stay there in that. As if the body is sleeping, mind does not interfere. You continue experiencing the sensation, tingling, and you continue into that state. In that state, it is good when you feel the mind is relatively free and you keep looking at the breath. Breath in the space inside, breath in the space outside. that air merges into the space outside, and the space is not me. And same thing, the space inside is not me. Well, if you can extend that state for a longer period, continue to be into that state. Someday you will experience as if you have spent an hour into that state. Would be a wonderful experience. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences. Bring the hands down. How are you, Sophie?
Thank you, Girish. The jet lag is playing tricks on me, so I was falling asleep a lot.
Ah,
But I'm good. I'm very
good,
good.
good, good, good. Now, even if you, that also helps you to relax. How are you, John?
Hey, Girish, I'm pretty much in the same situation as Sophie. The jet lag and falling asleep, and well,
Oh,
I'll look forward to trying the practice again
yeah,
when I'm
yeah.
fully awake.
Yes, yes, yes. Not and before going to sleep, you do the practice and sleep into it. Yeah, that too is good. How are you, Charlie?
I'm good. I experienced putting the body into four parts, my body into four parts. It stopped being my body, it was just four parts. so
Very good.
so I got lots of different sensations, like I could feel the warmth, I could feel cold, and I could feel tingling, and then I just felt like my body was I don't know whether melting's the right word, but sort of
Yeah,
collapsing towards the floor, and it was really I enjoyed it. I liked what was coming out of it.
beautiful. Continue, don't leave the practice. After all these variety of experiences of sinking, cold, and the heat, and tingling and the numbness, or even the melting, and sometime we'll have jerks in the body. The body jerks, your hand lifts and comes down. So we need not to worry. When the mind releases all these unconscious material, we know how to transcend the body.
Oh, Garish,
Yeah.
you'd mentioned last week, I um, didn't bring it up, but I'd reached out to Garish last week, and because I was finding that I was having lots and lots and lots of really disturbing, upsetting memories coming up, and just out of nowhere, just loads of them. And I asked Girish, like, what's going on here? And he said that it was just an emotional release. And just to watch it, it wasn't just like a crappy thought that popped up. It was like an onslaught of stuff. And he asked if I wouldn't mind sharing, but I forgot last week, so I just want to share that.
Whether it maybe it's an emotional release, keep on watching them, and sometimes that converts into the jerks and the pressure in the body. So we just watch, okay, pressure is there, it's going to be released, and it will be released. Beautiful. Thank you. How are you, Meet?
I feel very peaceful. And I feel like somehow there's like a river unfolding. And I'm riding that river.
Yeah. So I have almost given, I think, 6 or 7 practices in a sequence. This one is the last one, the deeper, and then we'll go back to our same journey. Continue doing this practice regularly besides other practices that we'll be doing in the next session. Yes, and once you say you do it for 3 months and you constantly share your experiences, then we'll be doing some advanced practices in this section. So that is all. Thank you very much. We'll meet again next week.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.